This message comes from Stars with Amadeus. Starring Will Sharp and Paul Bettany comes the new Stars original series, Amadeus. Experience a tale of genius, jealousy, and rivalry. Amadeus. Series premieres May 8th, only on Stars and the Stars app.
From NPR and WBEZ Chicago, this is Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me, the NPR News Quiz. I am the anchor man, the anchor myth, the anchor legend, Bill Kurtis. And here is your host at the San Diego Civic Theater in San Diego, California, Peter Sagal.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, San Diego. We have a great show for you today because later on we're going to be talking to a true icon, the man who not only made San Diego great, he kept it classy. That's right. Later on we're going to be joined by the anchor man himself, Ron Burgundy. Woo! But right now, it's your chance to join our Action News team. Give us a call. The number is 1-888-WAIT-WAIT. That's 1-888-924-8924. Let's welcome our first listener contestant. Hi, you're on Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Hi, this is Ben Johnson from Torrance, California.
Hey, Ben in Torrance, up the coast in the LA area. What do you do there?
I am a municipal planner.
A municipal planner. You plan out municipalities.
I know, it's very exciting work.
Yeah. Well, Ben, let me introduce you to our panel this week. First up, a Peabody and an Emmy award-winning journalist and comedian. It's Alzo Slade.
What's up, Ben? How you doing, buddy?
Doing well, and yourself?
So far, so good.
Next, you've seen him and heard him in The Good Place, Loki, Star Trek, Lower Decks, and currently in Man on the Inside. It's Eugene Cordero.
Hey, Ben.
What's up, and you can see her in Beverly Hills, California, at the Wallace Annenberg Center for the Performing Arts on June 12th. Her podcast is Nobody Listens to Paula Poundstone. It's Paula Poundstone.
Hey, Ben.
Hi, Paula.
So, Ben, welcome to the show. As is our practice, we're going to start with Who's Bill. This time, Bill Kurtis is going to read for you 3 quotations from this week's news. If you can correctly identify or explain just 2 of them, you know you'll win our prize. Any voice from our show you might choose in your voicemail. Are you ready to go?
Ready.
All right, your first quote is about somebody who made a state visit this last week.
People have switched them from no kings to, okay, one king.
So that was a journalist quoted in the New Yorker about the reception to whose state visit?
King Charles.
King Charles, yes. Charles III. The President of the United States was absolutely thrilled to host the king for a state visit. They have so much in common. They're both old white men who loved cheating on their wives. You know that's what the fist bump was about, right? At the state dinner that Trump threw for the king gave Trump this is true, a giant gold bell that said Trump on it to signify that his British friends were only a bell ring away. And it was excited. The president loved it. Melania was thrilled. She tied the bell around the president's neck so she knows when he's wandering near.
I wonder when they come over from across the pond, I wonder if they ask, like, how long are y'all going to call this New York and New Jersey? Like, it's been around for quite a long time. I think you could just call it,
Well, if we just called it York and Jersey, they'd have to call their places Old York and Old Jersey.
Well, I think that's very American.
Yeah.
The only part of the whole thing that I saw, really, I heard about the speech, but I saw the clip on the internet of Trump cutting in the receiving line between the Queen and King Charles. And they seemed surprised.
Really?
Because apparently the king's mother hadn't told him that Trump does that.
Yeah.
Normally you have to be out on the streets to get that kind of rude stuff.
That's true.
When you're in the roped off section, you're generally safe.
Yeah.
But
well, it is true that Queen Elizabeth's presence was there at the dinner. I mean, he's only been king for a short while. Trump even took a moment to ask King Charles, remind me, was the dead lady your wife or your mom?
wow.
Oh. San Diego, a little sensitive.
Yeah.
Sensitive. All right.
And what was the answer?
Apparently, the king, who knew, was very funny in his remarks at the state dinner. It was great. He spared nobody. He was like, I see we're having the classic British dessert tonight, spotted dick. Oh, wait, that's just Stephen Miller.
You do a good King Charles there.
Thank you,
Peter.
thank you, yes. All right, your next quote is from a Los Angeles real estate agent.
It was designed so you don't ever have to leave if you don't want to.
He was talking about one of his new listings with a price of $400 million. It is the most expensive what ever put on the market in America.
It's like a home or a mansion.
Yes, it is a mansion. Yes, at that price, it had better be.
Yeah.
Hell no.
I will say that is not a home.
No, it's just one more sign that our revolution is overdue. The Journal says that the house is listed at a price that is more than $100 million over the current record for an American home. The mansion has 6 family bedrooms, 10 staff bedrooms, a gym, a chef's kitchen, and a pool. Oh, wait. That's the guest house.
Wow.
The main house, this is all true, has its own chef's kitchen and gym, plus a spa, a beauty salon, 10 family bedrooms, and 13 staff bedrooms, which is a lot of staff bedrooms. I don't know, if you're the kind of person who can buy a place like this, you should be careful about letting the staff outnumber you.
I mean, $400 million, that's typical for L.A.
You know, that's about right.
All right.
Big deal. Yeah.
I mean, doesn't it just seem a little tone deaf with everything, with people, housing costs are...
Really? You think $400 million is tone deaf?
I just feel like everybody's struggling to pay their rent or pay their
Yeah.
mortgage, and some,
If they were a little
cheese
bit more
weenies.
respectful of the trouble the rest of us in, they would have listed it at $399.99.
Thank
That's what I think.
It has every possible amenity, including, and this is true, a working X-ray suite.
Wow.
Totally unnecessary.
Wait.
Yeah.
Read it. It's working?
Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, because in my house, I have a non-working X-ray.
Just the worst.
And I'm just like, what am I doing here?
It's weird. I mean, it's unnecessary. If you have that much money, you should be able to replace your bones with something that doesn't break.
I don't have an X-ray suite, but I have a guy who just guesses what's on your inside and sketches it.
Yeah.
So that's been enough so far.
Can you imagine being a guest at this place and you have such high expectations and you get into the shower and the water pressure is trash?
All right. Ben, your last quote is the Wall Street Journal again. This time, they're writing about a new innovation in cars.
It increases the risk of backing over something or someone.
So apparently, we're going to enjoy an increased risk of backing over something because what standard feature are the newest cars getting rid of?
Do I get a hint?
You get a hint. Yeah, well, automakers are all about looking forward, right? Not looking behind you.
Oh, are they getting rid of rear view cameras?
No, we need those. In fact, this car will entirely rely on rear view cameras because it will not have
It won't have a back window?
It will not have a rear window. Yes, it's gone. Gone by the way the hand crank on the front of the car. It's all obsolete. The 2026 Polestar 4 EV is sitting for 5, a 300-mile range, and no rear window. This is crazy. Actually, it's not that crazy. I just realized my own car doesn't have a rear window. I was just so focused on my phone while driving, I didn't notice. So you cannot see out of the back of the car. If you turn around, it's nothing. It's opaque. Instead, there are, of course, rear-facing cameras. And instead of a rear-view mirror, it is a rear-view mirror-shaped video display, right? Gives you all the advantages of a window. And it could stop working at any moment.
They have a little sign on it that says objects are less important than they appear.
Bill, how did Ben do in our quiz?
3 up. Got us off to a good start.
Congratulations, Ben.
Nice, Ben.
Thank you.
Right now, panel, time for you to answer some questions about this week's news. Also, there's a new app for fans of scary movies. It warns you just before what happens.
You get scared.
Exactly. Something scary happens, or jump scares.
I was just joking.
No, that's true. The app is called Binge, and you just tell it what you're watching, and when you start the movie, it'll warn you about the jump scares before they happen. It's a great idea, but why is the notification sound someone yelling, "Boo!"
I mean, it truly does ruin the whole movie for them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, apparently this is something that people want. It's a popular app, but I'm not a fan of horror movies myself. But isn't the point for those who do that they want to be scared?
Yeah, this is like watching a movie with somebody that's seen the movie already, and they say, "Watch this." I was watching before you said, "Watch this."
Yeah.
I could have used this when I was dating.
How so?
They jumped out at
Because
you?
I would have my phone like by my side, and when I know a scare is about to happen, I just put my arm around the young lady. You know what I'm saying? And then so when she gets scared, I'm already there to support her.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm that kind of nice guy.
No, I thought what you meant was you're at the date, you're talking, and like the phone lights up and says she's about to tell you she's a Scientologist.
Yes.
I mean, that would be a great app.
Yeah, that would be a good app.
Yeah, that would be a good app.
Brace yourself. Coming up, things are looking up in our Bluff the Listener game. Call 1-888-WAIT-WAIT to play. We'll be back in a minute with more Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me from NPR. Hey, before we get back to the show, a quick plug for a very special event. Now, you may have heard Bill Kurtis, our judge and scorekeeper, is retiring from Wait, Wait. I still have problems dealing with it, but in Bill's honor, we are hosting a live virtual event on Monday, May 11th, and you can join us. Bill and I will talk about his time on Wait, Wait, his career as a legendary anchorman, and we'll be answering your questions about Bill and the show. So to get your invitation, just sign up for NPR Plus, and we'll send you a registration link. Signing up is also a great way to support the show and NPR. So just go to plus.npr.org and watch your email. Again, that's plus.npr.org.
This message comes from Rosetta Stone. If you have travel coming up, like a spring break or summer vacation, imagine arriving actually understanding the language. Rosetta Stone has been the trusted leader in language learning for over 30 years, with millions of users and 25 languages to choose from. Ready to start learning a new language this spring? Visit rosettastone.com/NPR today to explore Rosetta Stone and choose the language that's right for you. This message comes from Fisher Investments. Senior Vice President Michael Hosmar explains the importance of providing a comprehensive approach for clients.
The culture at Fisher Investments, it's about helping. It's about improving our clients' financial situation, advising not just for now, but all the way through, hopefully, to their next generation. A well-designed financial plan will cover a number of important topics, and many of these topics are connected to each other. Fisher Investments possesses the professional expertise across all these important disciplines, from investment management to tax minimization to estate planning, you name it.
Learn more at FisherInvestments.com. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
This message comes from Jerry. Many people are overpaying on car insurance. Why? Switching providers can be a pain. Jerry helps make the process painless. Jerry is the only app that compares rates from over 50 insurers in minutes and helps you switch fast with no spam calls or hidden fees. Drivers who save with Jerry could save over $1,300 a year. Before you renew your car insurance policy, download the Jerry app or head to jerry.ai/NPR.
From NPR and WBEZ Chicago, this is Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me, the NPR News Quiz. I'm Bill Kurtis. We are playing this week with Paula Poundstone, Eugene Cordero, and Alzo Slade. And here again is your host at the San Diego Civic Theater in San Diego, California, Peter Sagal.
Thank you, Bill. And thank you, everybody. Right now, It is time for the Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me Bluff the Listener game. Call 1-888-WAIT-WAIT to play our game in the air. Hi, you are on Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Hi, Peter. This is Tim Borden from Gallup, New Mexico.
Gallup, New Mexico. What do you do there?
I work for the National Forest Foundation. I do forest restoration and reforestation projects throughout New Mexico. And in my spare time, I travel around and I sing with a sea shanty band called the Strongback.
Wow. You sing in a sea shanty band?
The Southwest is known for its flash flooding, so you need to be ready.
That's true. I see your point. Very good. Well, welcome to the show, Tim. You're going to play our game in which you have to tell truth from fiction. Bill, what is Tim's topic?
A terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day.
We all have bad days. You get dumped. You lose your job. You're in the Epstein files telling him how you got dumped and lost your job. But sometimes something bad can turn into a good thing. This week, we heard about somebody whose bad day ended up with a surprising silver lining. Our panelists are going to tell you about it. Pick the one who's telling the truth, and you'll win the waiter of your choice on your voicemail. Are you ready to play?
I am. Let's do it.
All right. First, let's hear from Eugene Cordero.
In December, New York Giants kicker Young-Ho Ko ran up to kick a field goal at the Monday night football game against the New England Patriots, and instead of the ball, kicked the turf right in front of it. It was instantly deemed one of the most embarrassing kicks in NFL history, and Ko was cut from the team a few weeks later. So, it was pretty bad for him, but ultimately good for a fan. One, Mark Toothacker. Watching from home, he replayed the slapstick kick multiple times and laughed so hard he had a seizure. A feat every comedian dreams of. Luckily, Mr. Toothacker's wife is a nurse and rushed him to the ER where they discovered a tumor on the left side of his brain. The tumor was swiftly removed and turned out to be benign. So, a terrible kick turned out to be a life-saving catch.
One of the worst kicks in NFL history leads to a fan's tumor getting discovered and removed. Your next story of a silk purse from a sow's ear comes from Paula Poundstone.
After an hour-long standoff with a passenger who commandeered her drink cart and food service tongs before being subdued and duct-taped to their seat, flight attendant Phoebe Whalen used her incident recovery time provided by American Airlines to prepare and pitch a reality show to the television networks. "We just got the green light from ABC after a huge bidding war," says an overjoyed Whalen. "It's like Below Deck, but higher." Each episode, the audience sees the struggles between the flight crew and the passengers they have to deal with. There are bloody fights over passengers putting their seat back. There are passengers claiming their steamer trunks or carry-on luggage. There's one episode where a famous violinist is forced to put their violin in the overhead compartment, and another passenger releases termites into the compartment. And by the time the plane lands, there are termite mounds and violin strings in the overhead compartment, but no violin. Plus, the purser has a thing for the guy in 3F.
A flight attendant's terrible day at work inspires her to create a new reality show about all the terrible days that flight attendants endure. Your last story of a bad day turning good comes from Alzo Slade.
This story begins the day that the rapper actor LL Cool J woke up to his girlfriend frustrated with him over a constant problem: his ashy lips. His girlfriend looks at him and says, "Are you going to do something about your lips? Every time we kiss, I need a Band-Aid." He laughs, she doesn't. She breaks up with him because of his dry lips. He grabs a cheap corner store lip balm, applies it, thick, chalky. It's like his lips are wearing a sweater. He wipes it off and it gets worse. So he does what most of us do. He licks his lips again and again and again. He goes to do an on-camera interview. Every question, lick. Every pause, lick. Every close-up, lick. But instead of nervous, it looks intentional. Instead of a problem, it looks like a move. And the next week, he has a product meeting. They ask him, "You know what people associate you with, right?" He pauses, licks his lips, and says, "Yes." So he introduces LL Cool J's Take a Lick lip balm. a flavored lip balm that inspires users to constantly lick their lips just like he does. This week, it officially became a billion-dollar business, which is why he's on the cover of this month's Fortune magazine on his yacht that he named From Ash to Cash.
All right. Somebody's bad day turned into something good. Was it from Eugene Cordero, how a famously flubbed kick in the NFL led a man to laugh at it so hard that he ended up getting a tumor discovered? From Paula Poundstone, a flight attendant whose terrible day at work inspired her to become a reality TV mogul? Or from Alzo Slade, LL Cool J turns his dry lips ending a relationship into a brand and a business? Which of these was the real story of good coming from bad?
Well, I'm not surprised that the Giants are going to be giving people seizures from how they were playing last year. So I'm going to go with Eugene's story about the football fan with the tumor.
You're going to go with Eugene's story about the football kick leading to an amused fan getting checked out when he needed to be. Well, to find out the correct answer, we spoke to that real person who benefited from a bad day.
I hate laughing at his kicker's expense, but, what might have been an embarrassing moment to him, it literally saved my life.
That was Mark Toothacker, who laughed so hard at that muffed kick it ended up saving his life. Congratulations, Tim. You got it right. You earned a point for Eugene, and you've won our prize, the voice of your choice on your voicemail. Congratulations. Thank you so much for playing.
Thanks, everybody.
And now the game we call Not My Job. There is perhaps nobody who represents the city of San Diego better than the legendary local news anchor Ron Burgundy. They agree. Whose story was told in two hit documentaries, Anchorman and Anchorman 2, both narrated by our own legendary newsman, Bill Kurtis. We are delighted that Mr. Burgundy could join us here on stage. Ron Burgundy, welcome to Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you so much for having me. It's great to be back here.
I imagine, and I think our audience just proved it, that when you come back to San Diego, where you started your career, you get quite a response. People must be very excited to see you.
Well, I still live down here.
Okay. Oh,
yeah,
I didn't realize.
I have a condo in Pacific Beach.
Sure.
I got evicted from my townhome in Rancho Panasquitas. So I'm now, I'm walking around the beach with my metal detector. I still work with my charity, which is we're rehabbing dolphins. We're trying to keep dolphins to stay in high school.
Right.
Because guess what the dropout rate for dolphins are in high school?
I wouldn't know.
100%.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. That's why I see so many dolphins hanging out in the street corners with no...
And then on
employment.
weekends, I have my sea shanty group.
You do? Yes. A lot of that going around.
We go back and forth from here to Gallup, New Mexico.
Sure.
And we have competitions and
absolutely.
things like that. So it's a very full, rich, busy life.
Yeah. Bill here, your colleague in TV news, he famously got his start as a young man when he went on the air in Topeka and warned thousands of people, saving their lives, about an impending tornado.
That's right.
I'm sure your start as a newsman was something like that?
Can I just say something? I admire Bill Kurtis so much.
Yeah, sure.
You are the gold standard. Your legendary baritone voice is what I tried to emulate, and yet I couldn't hate someone more. I've always been so jealous of your talents, but Bill and I, we have had some times together.
Really?
We have.
Yes. Yeah.
Don't get Bill going on this story of Bill and I, Walter Cronkite, Angie Dickinson, and a flamethrower down at the dog track in Tijuana.
Oh,
and that's all I'm going to give you.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to give you.
I remember when Bill did that, all he said was, "I'm on assignment."
I'm on assignment.
Yeah. Now, Bill here, I know, having recently read his memoir, has covered some amazing stories. He was at Chernobyl, one of the first American journalists to go there. He covered the fall of Iran. Were you covering those stories as well?
Yes. Well, I would wait for Bill to file his report, and then I'd embellish. I didn't get the big assignments.
No.
When I was a younger man, I remember I reported the Vietnam War was over after 1 month. So they didn't give me the big assignments after that. Yeah.
You went over there, came back, and said, it's going great.
It's going great.
Yeah.
Now they're looking for you to report on the Iran war.
Yeah,
the same
exactly.
way.
Yeah.
That one should be over any day now.
Absolutely.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
The TV news business has changed. Have you had to adapt from your early days here as an anchorman?
It really has. Network news is really down the old toilet.
Yeah.
So, an applause for the demise of network news. I'm assuming that's what that is.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Possibly for toilets.
Look, or there could be a lot of people who just enjoy a good toilet. Who doesn't?
Yeah.
Who doesn't? I mean, when you walk into a bathroom, you see a finely sculpted piece of porcelain.
Sure.
You're like, that's a good-looking toilet.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
We were talking about how you, Ron Burgundy, legendary anchorman, has adapted to the changes in television video news.
I pretty much broadcast my weekly report from my garage.
Sure.
I have a satellite link up with my good buddy Elon, Starlink. Except he didn't give me access. I have Stardink.
Yeah.
Which only broadcasts about 500 yards outside of my place.
The one you bought on Temu.
The one I bought on Temu. Yeah, I love Temu. I'm a big Temu guy.
Oh, God.
Oh, gosh.
Just as good, eighth of the price.
Right. And I think that's their jingle. Just as good, eighth of the price. But
so the Burgundy Report is out there.
The Burgundy Report's out there. I'm still submitting my resumes to local news stations.
Really?
I'm not getting any nibbles.
I find that hard to believe, given your talent, given your
You would
resume.
think so.
Yeah.
You would think so.
Yeah.
Well, isn't independent news the thing anyways? Don't you want to be on that train?
Yes. What you said.
Yeah.
Well, I do. I want to be an independent journalist. I don't want to be told what to think or what to do.
Well, Ron, have you given any thought to using the TikToks and the Instagrams?
For example.
Look, that's a trend that's going nowhere. So.
Well, Ron Burgundy, maybe you can consider this a job interview because we have, in fact, invited you here to play a game we're calling
Anchorman, Meet the Anchorman.
You are, of course, the second most iconic anchorman in America, so we thought we'd ask you about anchormen, that is, sailors and seamen. Answer 2 or 3 questions correctly, you'll win our prize. One of our listeners, the voice of the wait waiter of their choice for their voicemail. Bill, who is your protege, Ron Burgundy, playing for?
Dave Dennis of San Diego, California.
All right.
Dave Dennis.
A viewer.
All right.
Here's your first question. We'll start with Ernest Shackleton. He was the famed captain who kept his entire crew alive for 18 months after their ship got trapped in ice in Antarctica. Turns out, among other things, he was great at keeping up his crew's morale. They held debates and they held sing-alongs, and he let the crew do what? Was it A, hold a weekly vote to update the rankings of who would be eaten first if they ran out of food? B, think up fun new names for the constellations? Or C, build a big, sexy lady snowman?
Well, I have been stranded before.
Sure.
And with a large group, and we knew we weren't going to be rescued for a while. Off the Aleutian Islands.
Sure.
What we didn't realize was that we were literally 5 minutes away from an army base.
Yeah.
Okay, but anyway, so we had to have that discussion of who we would eat. I'm going to say it's A. They made a list.
It's going to say they made a list of who would be eaten first.
Yes.
No, it was actually the big, sexy snowman. Here's your next question. Rear Admiral John D. Bulkley was a celebrated naval officer. He even has a destroyer named after him today. But he had an odd habit while he was in command of a naval base back in 1966. What was it? Was it A, he would dress up like a ninja and sneak around the base to test security? B, he would get around the base on a rowboat mounted on wheels that he would row? Or C, since the Navy banned alcohol, he would drink fruit juice and then just act drunk?
Well, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. I don't know why. I always started every newscast with a stiff scotch. Sure. I would guzzle it down like it was the last drop of alcohol I was ever going to have. And I was ready to go.
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to say he rode around on a rowboat.
He rode around in a rowboat. No, actually, he would dress up like a ninja and sneak around. And he never got shot.
Yeah. Right.
Either security was terrible, or more likely, the security guards were like, oh, geez, the Admiral's a ninja again. Just play along.
Let him do it.
Pretend we can't see him. Yeah. All right, you still can get one right here.
All right.
Cap'n Crunch of cereal fame has been sailing the seas of breakfast since the 1960s.
Always delicious.
Always the best. But in 2013, he faced a scandal. People accused Captain Crunch of what? A, using child labor to pick crunch berries. B, violating the embargo on Cuba. Or C, not actually holding the rank of captain.
Wow.
Yeah.
D? Are you saying D? I'm going to say Captain Crunch. If you look on the box, he looks like a guy who's willing to cut corners.
So you're going to go for C?
I'm going to go for C.
That's right. He's guilty of stolen honor.
Yes. Stolen honor indeed.
According to the number of stripes on his uniform, he'd been an ensign, a lieutenant, and a commander, but he never wore the 4 stripes appropriate to a captain until 2024.
He'd never get away with that in San Diego.
Never.
No, that's right.
Bill, how did Ron Burgundy do in our quiz?
Well, he did really well. He got one.
Yeah, he did.
Hey,
Ron Burgundy was the legendary anchorman on San Diego's award-winning KVWN news team. Ron Burgundy, thank you so much for joining us on Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me. In just a minute, why you better leave your umbrella at home. That's our listener Limerick challenge. Call 1-888-WAIT-WAIT to join us on the air. We'll be back in a minute with more of Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me from NPR.
This message comes from Rosetta Stone. Spring travel coming up? Rosetta Stone has been the trusted leader in language learning for over 30 years. Ready to start learning a new language this spring? Visit rosettastone.com/NPR today. This message comes from Fisher Investments. Senior Vice President Michael Hosmar shares why he believes in empowering clients with knowledge at every step of their financial planning journey.
At Fisher Investments, we prefer to use a sizable group of experts with a diverse skill set, diverse knowledge, all collaborating together to deliver what hopefully is optimal advice for our clients. I believe the best and maybe the only way to properly address client expectations is through education. Once I've met with a prospective client for the first time, I hope they feel that they've learned something. I hope they feel they've made some progress and they understand not only the financial markets and financial planning better, but they understand their own personal goals and objectives a bit better as well. I hope they have a little bit more peace of mind.
Learn more at FisherInvestments.com. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss. This message comes from Jerry. Somewhere along the way, shopping for car insurance became synonymous with accepting whatever we're currently paying. Jerry disagrees, respectfully but firmly. Jerry pulls up to 20 quotes from top insurers in minutes, lets you buy the best one in-app without re-entering your info, and keeps watching for better rates after you're done. No spam calls, no hidden fees. You don't have to call it shopping. Call it what it is, winning. Download the Jerry app or visit jerry.ai/NPR.
From NPR and WBEZ Chicago, this is Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me, the NPR News Quiz. I'm Bill Kurtis. We are playing this week with Alzo Slade, Paula Poundstone, Eugene Cordero, and Ron Burgundy. And here again is your host at the San Diego Civic Theater in San Diego, California, Peter Sagal.
Thank you, Bill. In just a minute, Bill whispers poems in your ear. Unfortunately, they're limericks. If you'd like to play, give us a call at 1-888-WAIT-WAIT. That's 1-888-924-8924. Right now, panel, though, some more questions for you from the week's news. Alzo, there's a new amenity for travelers. Starting soon, you'll now be able to do what at the airport?
Sleep.
Oh, people have been doing that for a long time.
Can I have a hint, please?
You can have your hint. Good luck getting your personal bottle of body wash through security, though.
Oh, wow.
Shower?
Yes, you can shower at the airport.
That is gross.
That is great. There's a lot of musty people at the airport.
Yes, exactly.
No, that's just gross.
Some airports, mostly at this point in Europe, are offering a new amenity for arriving passengers. You land, you go to the arrival lounge where you can freshen up and take a shower. They've just started installing these. Congratulations to that one passenger, whoever it was, who smelled so bad he inspired a whole new advance in the travel industry.
Well, that's the thing. It should be before they depart. Because that's when you're going to be sitting close next to...
Exactly.
Yeah.
They should require it.
Require
They should make us all go through the shower on a belt like a car wash.
Or you know what? Where the light and the AC are on the buttons up there. There
Nozzle.
should be, you just, right, exactly, you push, and you get a little psh.
And they'll be part of the security thing. Make sure you wash your own hair and rinse before washing the hair and rinsing of somebody with you.
Can you imagine going through TSA and the thing beeps and they tell you, excuse me, Mr. Slade, can you come aside? You've been randomized, and they just hand you a bottle of soap.
Yeah.
and point you to the shower.
Yeah. It's like the airline equivalent of like a friend just offering you a breath mint.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Eugene, this week, the Washington Post reported on a bold and effective new idea in conservation. You can save endangered species like gorillas if we simply give them what?
What do they offer endangered species?
Yes.
Other than hope?
No, we can't do that.
Oh, we can't do that.
I'll give you a hint. The hard part is teaching the gorillas to sign their name on the checks.
Giving gorillas jobs?
No, not jobs.
Oh.
You sign a check to draw money from your...
Bank account?
Yes. Give gorillas bank accounts.
What?
So a man named Jonathan Ledgard runs a nonprofit that sets up bank accounts for individual animals.
I would so like to hit up a gorilla for $5.
Exactly. Because you know what's going to happen? People are going to go out to lunch with the gorillas, and when the check comes, they're all going to be like, oh, wow, I forgot my wallet.
Yeah, exactly.
So here's how it works. They set up the accounts for the animals, and then when someone provides a gorilla a service, like, say, clearing a path, the gorilla pays that person. But don't get too excited. Gorillas are horrible tippers.
I don't know if I like this.
Why not?
It's discriminatory. You have to be endangered to get a bank account. Can you... Imagine the species that are not endangered. They're like, this is messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, giraffes have been making millions.
You know what I'm saying?
And they've just been putting it under a mattress.
Yeah, mosquitoes have a Venmo thing now.
When you check their Venmo, it's just drop of blood, drop of blood, drop of blood.
I'm not even sure I understand it, but I don't want my cats to find out about it. I know that.
Give me the money before you go. I believe that's mine and you know. Just give me the money.
Coming up, it's lightning fill in the blank, but first it's the game where you have to listen for the rhyme. If you'd like to play on air, call or leave a message at 1-888-WAIT-WAIT. That's 1-888-924-8924. You can catch us most weeks back at the Studebaker Theater at our home in Chicago, or you can catch us on the road. We will be in Austin, Texas at the Bass Concert Hall on June 4th. For tickets and information to all our live events, go to nprpresents.org. Hi, you're on Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Hi, this is Marisa calling in from Bellevue, Washington.
Bellevue, Washington. Up there near Seattle, right?
That's right.
What do you do there?
I'm a lawyer, but right now I'm enjoying my daughter's senior year. I'm on a sabbatical, and she's enjoying her senior year before I become an empty nester.
Really? So you took off a year of work, a sabbatical, just to be with your 17, 18-year-old daughter?
That is correct, to her chagrin some days.
Yeah, I was about to say, when you told your daughter, this is your last year of high school, you're a senior, you can relax and have fun, and I've decided to stop going to work so I can be here with you all the time. How did she react?
She immediately lobbied for a pet, or maybe a hobby for me.
For you, yes, not for her, I understand. Well, welcome to the show, Marissa. Bill Kurtis is going to read you 3 news-related limericks with a last word or phrase missing from each. If you can fill in that last word or phrase correctly, and 2 of the limericks will be a winner. You ready to play?
Absolutely.
All right, here's your first limerick.
This Egyptian found Greek stories yummy. That's how Homer wound up in his tummy. And this corpse inspector found traces of Hector on fragments embalmed in a
mummy.
Yes, and a remarkable discovery. A page from the Iliad was found in the abdomen of an Egyptian mummy, meaning that either it was stuffed inside this mummy during the mummification process, or this man died from eating the Iliad. Now, papyrus has been found inside mummies before, but it's always like religious texts. This is like the first time it's been a page just taken from a book. But of all the books to be buried with, the Iliad is pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Sophisticated guy, whoever this guy was. How embarrassing would it be, for example, to be dug up 2,000 years from now with a copy of like the Da Vinci Code inside you?
I was thinking more like green eggs and ham or something like that.
Don't knock green eggs and ham. That's a classic.
Yeah, see, I went with the Hardy Boys.
Yeah, exactly. All right, here is your next limerick.
This thunderstorm resets your brain. Get umbrellas and walk down the lane. Emotional pain will just wash down the drain when you take a calm walk in the
rain.
In the rain, yes. You know this living in Washington. According to experts, getting rained on is good for you. And not just because it's literally the most romantic thing that can happen to someone. It also apparently chemically boosts serotonin in your brain, that feeling you have when your jeans are soaked through and everything is chafing. That's happiness.
I also heard that if you run in the rain, you'll get more wet than if you just walk.
Oh, right. That's like a physics conundrum.
That's a physics
because
conundrum.
you're moving more. You're moving through like more volume of water or something.
Yes, because I try to run through it and I'm not having fun.
No.
And if I walk through it, I feel like I'm really going to have a blast. I can't wait for the next time it rains so I can have a blast being soaking wet.
It's the best. Here is your last limerick.
For my workout, I need a fresh spark. I'll run faster if dogs chase and bark. To avoid indoor stench, I'll do dips on a bench. No more gym. I work out in the
park.
Yes, if you don't want to pay for a gym membership, don't worry. The New York Times says a public park has all the workout equipment you need. They published a list of exercises you can do using a park bench, like step-ups, tricep dips, and jump-ups when you realize what you just sat in. And if there's a monkey bar, monkey bars or a pull-up bar, you can be the guy who says, mind if I work in, to a 6-year-old.
I've seen some adults working out at a park while I'm there with my children.
Really?
And it looks terrible.
How so?
Just because the kids are just having fun and then there's just a grown man sweating very close to us.
Yeah.
And we don't need that.
One of the exercises the Times suggests is resting, if you can picture it, your upper back on the seat of a park bench and just doing upward hip thrusts. In a public park in New York City.
Can you imagine? You walking your dog and you just want to sit down. You're like, hey, buddy, can you move that pelvis thrust somewhere else?
Bill, how did Marissa do in our quiz?
Marissa was perfect. Congratulations on your sabbatical.
Well done.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
This message comes from Rosetta Stone. Spring travel coming up? Rosetta Stone has been the trusted leader in language learning for over 30 years. Ready to start learning a new language this spring? Visit rosettastone.com/NPR today. This message comes from Fisher Investments. Senior Vice President Michael Hosmar shares why he believes in empowering clients with knowledge at every step of their financial planning journey.
At Fisher Investments, we prefer to use a sizable group of experts with a diverse skill set, diverse knowledge, all collaborating together to deliver what hopefully is optimal advice for our clients. I believe the best and maybe the only way to properly address client expectations is through education. Once I've met with a prospective client for the first time, I hope they feel that they've learned something. I hope they feel they've made some progress and they understand not only the financial markets and financial planning better, but they understand their own personal goals and objectives a bit better as well. I hope they have a little bit more peace of mind.
Learn more at FisherInvestments.com. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Now it's time to our final game, Lightning Fill in the Blank. Each of our players will have 60 seconds in which to answer as many fill in the blank questions as they can. Each correct answer now worth 2 points. Bill, can you give us the scores?
Eugene and Alzo each have 3, and Paula has 2.
Okay.
How did that happen?
Don't ask silly questions, Paula.
Just roll with it. So, Paula, you are in second place behind the two gentlemen, so you'll be up first. The clock will start when I begin your first question. Fill in the blank. On Wednesday, the Pentagon reported that the U.S. had spent over $25 billion on the war with blank so
Iran.
far. Right. On Monday, Cole Allen was charged with attempting to assassinate the president last week at the blank.
At the White House Correspondents' Dinner.
Right. This week, Jerome Powell held his final meeting as chair of the blank.
Of the Fed.
Right, Federal Reserve. This week, Chanel's newest shoe drew mixed reactions because it's literally just blank.
I don't know.
It's just a heel.
Oh, it's just a heel.
Just the heel of a shoe, nothing else.
Yeah.
On Tuesday, UPS and FedEx said they would return refunded blank payments to their customers.
No.
Tariff. Yell tariff. Yes. This week, the chief of NASA started a push to make blank a planet again.
Pluto.
Yes,
Pluto.
Yes, this week authorities in Sri Lanka arrested blank for trying to smuggle 200 pounds of weed into that country.
Elon Musk.
No, 22 Buddhist monks. The monks were just getting back from a weekend holiday in Bangkok. Monks go to Bangkok for the weekend, apparently, and they told the officers that arrested them that the $2.5 million worth of weed was a, quote, donation to the temple. You know it is. You're in the temple, the donation plate comes around, you're like, oh, man, I don't have any cash on me. All I've got is this enormous bail here. Bill, how did Paula do on our quiz?
5 right. Good start. 10 more points. 12 is her total. She's in first place.
All right. Eugene, I'm going to pick you arbitrarily to go next, so fill in the blank. According to new data, blank prices are the highest they've been in 4 years.
Oil.
Yeah, gas, oil prices. This week, a Taco Bell employee in Florida was accused of pulling a gun on the customers who blanked.
Didn't pay.
No, who asked for a cup for free water, then went over to the machine and put soda in it.
Whoa.
We're all feeling a little guilty, aren't we? On Wednesday, health officials warned of a blank outbreak tied to chicken in 13 states.
Oh, Salmonella?
Right. On Wednesday, the Flyers beat the Penguins to move into round 2 of the blank playoffs.
The Stanley Cup playoffs.
Stanley Cup, yes. This week, after his 31-day winning streak came to an end, Jeopardy champion Jamie Ding saying that he may have finally lost because blank.
He got tired?
No, because he forgot to pack fresh socks and underwear for the taping. Jamie Ding said that he knew his losing game of Jeopardy was going to be a tough one because he forgot to pack socks and underwear when he flew out to L.A. for the taping. Ding still had an amazing run, but it must have been even harder for him because the guy he lost to was only wearing socks and underwear.
Wow, man.
Bill, how did Eugene do in our quiz?
3 right. 6 more points. Total to 9. Still trails Paula.
All right. And how many then does Alzo need to take it?
5 to win.
All right, Alzo, this is for the game. Here we go. On Wednesday, the Justice Department once again indicted former FBI chief blank.
Comey.
On Monday, the Mexican government arrested another high-profile blank member.
Cartel.
Right. This week, the United Arab Emirates announced it was planning to leave blank on May 1st.
The LIV,
the golf tournament. No.
Yeah.
OPEC. They're going to leave OPEC on Monday. The White House once again put pressure on ABC to fire late-night host blank.
Jimmy Kimmel.
Right. This week, a French teenager faced jail time for blanking in a public place.
Peeing.
No, licking a straw, then putting it back in the dispenser.
No.
You're like,
That'll
put him
do it.
away for life.
That'll
All right.
do it. That'll do it.
On Wednesday, J. Craig Venter, the man who decoded the human blank, passed away at the age of 79.
Genome?
Yep. After losing Saudi Arabia as an investor, PGA competitor blank is at the risk of shutting down.
Yeah, I see. I was ahead of you.
You
know?
were.
Yeah. Is it Live, right?
Live,
Yeah.
LIV Golf, yes. This week, a woman in Massachusetts was convicted for sicking her blank on a group of police trying to perform an eviction.
Her pet rabbit.
No, her swarm of bees.
Whoa!
In 2022, housing advocate Rory Woods pulled up in her truck to try to stop sheriff's deputies from carrying out an eviction when they wouldn't listen to reason. She went to her truck, selected one of her hives, and released the bees.
Wow.
One of her hives.
She had a bunch.
One of-
Sadly, she was then arrested for assault with a hilarious weapon. Bill, did Alzo do well enough to win?
He needed 5. He got 5.
There you go.
He's today's winner.
Congratulations. In just a minute, we're going to ask our panelists to predict what will be King Charles's favorite souvenir from his trip to America. Wait, Don't Tell Me is a production of NPR and WBEZ Chicago in association with Urgent Haircut Productions, Doug Berman, Benevolent Overlord. Philip Goedeke writes our limericks. Our public address announcer is Paul Friedman. B.J. Liederman composed our theme. Our program is produced by Jennifer Mills, Miles Dornbos, and Lillian King. Special thanks to Blythe Robertson and Monica Hickey. Peter Gwynn is the comptroller of the city of San Diego. Emma Choi is our vibe curator. Technical direction is from Lorna White. Our CFO is Colin Miller. And with this show, we are delighted to welcome to our crew our new operations manager, Jasira Vardak. Our production manager is Robert Newhouse. Our senior producer is Ian Chillag. And the executive producer of Wait, Don't Tell Me is Mr. Michael Danforth. Now, panel, what will be King Charles's favorite souvenir from his trip? Alzo Slade.
Paper crown from Burger King.
Eugene Cordero.
Doggy bag from the Virginia potluck.
And Paula Poundstone.
He got one of the last Cracker Barrel t-shirts with the new canceled logo.
Well, if any of that happens, we're going to ask you about it on Wait, Don't Tell Me.
So thank you to Bill Kurtis. Thanks also to Alzo Slade, Eugene Cordero, and Paula Poundstone. Thanks to Carolyn Satter and the staff and crew at the San Diego Civic Theater. Special thanks to Heather Milne-Barger and everybody at KPBS here in San Diego. And thanks to all of you for listening wherever you might be. I'm Peter Sagal, and Bill.
Stay classy, San Diego. This is NPR.
This message comes from Schwab. With the new Schwab Teen Investor Account, teens can gain hands-on investing experience and build positive money habits. It's an account co-owned by you and your teen, so you can monitor and engage with the account while your teen learns how to invest and manage money. Learn more at schwab.com.
This message comes from Sony Pictures Classics presenting I Swear, the 3-time BAFTA-winning drama starring Robert Aramayo. Based on the inspiring true story of Tourette's campaigner John Davidson and set in 1980s Britain, the film follows his journey through a troubled youth into adulthood as he navigates a misunderstood condition and fights to live a normal life. Now playing only in theaters. This message comes from BetterHelp. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, a reminder that you don't have to do this life alone. From loneliness to anxiety to financial stress, right now people everywhere are struggling. But having a licensed therapist with you by video, phone, or chat can make a difference. And BetterHelp makes it easy. Sign up now and get 10% off at betterhelp.com/NPR. That's betterhelp.com/NPR.